His father Abraham had that promise that his true seed would possess the gate of the enemy, and the gates of the water was closed and he could not get through, and that was the path of duty. He was supposed to bring those children to that mountain. God told him to. And there stood the gate in the way, and he possessed the gate of the enemy. Joshua, a little later when they come to Kadesh Barnea, which was the judgment seat of the world at that time, there Israel met its judgment. We find Joshua with Caleb and 12 others, or 10 others, one out of each tribe, was sent over to spy out the land they were ready to receive. And when they seen those great giants standing there, 10 of them felt so bad, they said, we cannot take it. It's too great. Why, look at the opposition we got. But when they come back to bring the report, they brought an evil report. Why would they bring an evil report? If God told them, I have give you that land. It's yours. He told them down in Egypt, I have give you this land. It's a good land. It's flowing with milk and honey. But when they seen the opposition so great, 10 of them come back and said, we can't do it. With Joshua, he still the people and said, we're more than able to possess it. We're more than able, because why? He was looking at the promise. He was a true seed of Abraham. Regardless of what the opposition was, we can possess the gate because God promised the land. And he possessed the gate. Later on, when he brought the children of Israel down to the river, there stood in the month of April the great river swelling, the Jordan coming down out of the mountains, and she spread across the plains. Looked like the worst time of the year that he could be there. But yet he was Abraham's seed. He knew he had a promise, and he was in a line of duty. God gave him a vision how to do it, and he possessed the gates of the river. When the gates flew open, the water back come up into the mountains, and Joshua and Israel possessed the gates of the enemy and crossed into the promised land because God told him to. Seed of Abraham. Brothers and sisters, when he got over there, Jericho was all walled up, high enough that they could run 3 chariots across the top. How could these Israelites do it with board, picked up swords, and everything, and sticks and stones? How were they to go in there? But he was still the seed of Abraham. God gave him a vision, told him how to do it, said, sound a trumpet. Let out a shout. March up towards the wall. The gates will fall before you. He was a royal seed of Abraham. He was a real believer. The gates will drop down before you. Just let out a shout and sound the trumpet. That's all you have to do. And what happened? The gates fell down, and Joshua